Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle cards by Stacy DeMarco. Okay. Sagittarius. Ooh. Are all these coming out? Let's see. Wow. Okay. Might be a complicated one. We'll find out. You got... Okay. Alright. Seems like... it seems complicated. There's two face-down cards, which just usually means it's either not going to make sense until it actually happens, or you're not going to see it coming. It's going to be like a blindside type thing. Starting off, so you have a lot of good cards, but there's so much going on that it's hard to see it, is what I'm getting. Because you got the Six of Cups, there's a lot of history going on to begin with. Whatever you're dealing with, I feel like it's your personal history, quite frankly. Like, if it's a job, you have a lot of history with dealing with this type of situation, and you're bringing in a lot of that inspiration, and you're trying to push that forward. You got the Ace of Wands at your side here, kind of like you know what you're doing. You've handled this before. Other people may not realize that, but you can't hold back and let them just try to figure that out. You got to push it forward. You are very, very active in just getting things done. I'm also getting the focus with the balance. The focus and the balance is kind of like you know what you're doing, and you know that it's the right thing to do. Other people seem to be confused, but they're following along. The balance especially is telling me you know it's the right thing. You just move forward. Other people are following along. You got the Page of Cups here. They seem to like you. They don't really understand. I'm getting they literally don't understand. They're trying to learn as they go, but they don't understand what you're thinking. They're not following your thought plan or something like that. It does come together at the end. Even at the end when it does have a good result, and I really think it will, they still may not understand it, like how it happened, how you got there, how you pulled it together. There is some resistance, but I feel like you're overcoming this resistance. Even though there's resistance, it's over on your side in the sense of like, you're aware of it, and you're just kind of moving through it. You're not letting somebody else hold you back. You're like, listen, if I have to do it myself, I'll just do it myself. Pushing through, getting it done. There's a lot happening all at once, a lot. And it's like, if they're not going to do it, I'll just do it myself. And then I feel like when you do it yourself, they're like, no, we'll do it. Judgment goes in your favor. And it's kind of like you're leading by example, and I feel for a lot of you, you're not trying to lead. You maybe even don't even want to lead. It's just like nobody's doing anything, so I'm just going to do it. And then when you do, other people are like, okay, yeah, we understand, we'll do it. But you step forward and do it first, and then people try to catch up. I keep seeing people try to catch up, which works because they pick up the slack. They seem like they don't understand. I keep getting that they don't understand what's really going on. But as long as you keep taking the first step forward, people try to catch up constantly. Is this getting in your way? It's working. I feel like it's working. There's so much going on. It's almost like, I like baking analogies apparently. If you watch my channel too much, you'd notice that. So it's almost like, you crack the eggs and you put them in the bowl and you're trying to whip them up and make the stiff peaks, or, put the yolks in or whatever, take the yolks out. You start the process and they're like, what are you doing? Okay, I can take that over. And you're like, okay, and keep going until the egg whites make stiff peaks. And they're like, okay, so they take over that. You go over to the next situation and start getting pans together and figuring out what pans you need. Oh, what are you doing? I'm getting the pans and they need to be greased and buttered or whatever and prepared. And then I need to get the oven ready at this degree. So they're like, okay, what type of pans? Square pans about this size? I'll find them, I'll grease them, I'll get the oven going. Okay, so they go to do that. You go over to the next thing. Okay, what ingredients do I need for this? And somebody else says, I can go to the store, just give me a list of what you want. And then they're like, well, this is what I'm making. It's going so fast. It's going so fast, and every time you say, well, I was going to do that, but this is what I need, they're like, okay, I'll make it happen. it's coming together, but you have to keep pushing forward. You have to do the first step. And I feel like on your side, it's kind of like, I'm making a cake. Isn't this obvious? And other people are like, I don't understand. What type of cake you making? Is it like a chocolate cake, an angel food cake? I don't understand. What are you doing? Birthday cake? Wedding cake? Just a cake for a cake? What? I don't get it. So, like, you have to keep moving it forward. The energy is, like, crazy. It's like, I feel like I'm talking too fast. Okay. Let's pull it together. I know the situation is fast, but I gotta, like, get a hold of it here. Now, people are... They're bonding with you. If they're not already bonded with you, they are now. They don't get it, though. It bothers me that they don't seem to be able to understand where you're going. Because when I'm connecting to the Sagittarius energy, it's kind of like, well, it's obvious where I'm going. I don't think they're catching on. For some reason, it's not making it. It's not making it. Like, to you, the next step is obvious. To them, nope, not at all. The Nine of Wands with the Devil card is coming in. Holding it together, fighting through it, trying to make it work, aggravation, trying to make it work out. I feel like this is starting to, at this point, it is starting to get frustrating for you, because it's kind of like, how do you not see what we're trying to do here? Just do it. I feel that energy. Like, how do you not see what we're trying to do here? Stop waiting for me to tell you what to do and just do it. I'm getting like, come on. The Five of Cups is telling me it's not all that bad, but there is a moment here where you're like, really, do I have to hold your hand on everything? It feels like that to you. You're getting really annoyed with it. What's going on in the environment? People are just not getting it. They're stuck. They got the Eight of Swords. If you don't tell them what to do, they just don't seem to understand where you're going. To you, it's obvious. To them, nope. It's just not. Behind it is the Hermit card. If you leave it to them to figure it out, I feel like it's going to be like paralysis by analysis. They're going to just think, like, is this what? Wait, do they want that? Wait, what does the Sagittarius do? Wait, is it angel food cake? No, I think it's a wedding cake. Are we doing boiled frosting? I don't know how to make boiled frosting. Do you know? Is that what the Sagittarius want? I don't know. And it's kind of like blah, 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 a lot of talking, little doing. A lot of just kind of overanalyzing. And I feel like this is another part where you see this and you're just like, it's getting on your nerves. The path here, you have to lead the way. People will follow you down this path. I'm just getting, the path just seems to be waiting for a leader. It needs like a tour guide. And I'm getting, you're kind of the tour guide on this path. You're creating the path. You're driving this forward. Even though this is an energy, you are going to get this outcome of justice. It will work out. I just feel like at one point you get very frustrated. Kind of like, seriously, why do I have to tell you everything to do? Why can't you just do it? It just doesn't match up. Now, the Ten of Wands are showing up on the other side. People understand and see that you're aggravated and they feel bad about it. Again, nope, they're not getting it. They can't seem to follow it. They just, I don't know what's up with that. But I'm telling you, they feel bad. They know you're annoyed, but it does work out well. If this is a group of people or a person that you have to work with again, or you think you're going to again, I would recommend like getting together after this and just talk out the process, how, from beginning to end, as much as you feel comfortable with, you feel pertinent to the situation, and how you went from one spot to the next, why you were making certain decisions, what the end goal was and why you were moving forward the way you were. Hopefully there's a way that they can, like, if you're going to have to work with this person again, you want to try to work it out so that they can at least ask you the right questions to understand, like, okay, we're making a birthday cake with pink boiled frosting and it's going to be a strawberry cake. And they need to understand that when you're like, this is the end goal, this is the date, this is what we have to put in, this is how many people we're supposed to be giving, feeding that with. So it's kind of like, all right, teaching them the right questions to ask you, or how you both get on the same page and understand where you're going, or who it is that's giving this information. Because I'm feeling like this is the Two of Pentacles. I'm holding up the Ten of Wands because I feel like they're very frustrated and they feel stressed because they know that you're not happy, but they're really just way over there. there needs to be like a moment after this you really want to work this out. The two face down cards, Sovereignty and Fruition. If this isn't solved correctly at the end, I feel like they might kind of walk away. I don't know what that means. Like this, I feel like this is a good energy for you. It's just because they want to do, or they want to follow, or they want to support. This is an energy that wants to support you. It doesn't really want to work against you. It just has a hard time following. Some people have different reasons for that, by the way. Keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, if people have learning disabilities or certain things or things they're trying to hide that they don't like to push out there, you know what I mean? You might unearth something here that's kind of like a shortcoming of this person or people, because it seems like there's something here that's just, it's probably a person. I feel like they might kind of avoid you after this. You might not get the support in the future because they just don't want to get in your way, and they'll feel like instead of supporting the Sagittarius, maybe I should just stay out of the way of the Sagittarius. And I do feel like this is a helpful energy, especially if it's kind of honed in and kind of smoothed out. You can get them on the same page. This is a good, I feel like it's a good energy for you. The Fruition with the Sovereignty is like, they may think this is the best I can get, and I don't think I'll be able to do this again. That's the Fruition. Like, the Fruition is kind of like, it was good, but we should leave it at that. Kind of like, let's end it on a high note, and I'll just leave it alone. Sovereignty is like, they feel safe if they just stay out of the way, because they don't feel like they do good enough for your standard. It's not even the case. It's just, there's little things that need to be worked out here that can help. If you work with this person again, hopefully there's a talk you've had. The Page of Swords is telling me you want to keep throwing things over towards this person and keep in contact, but small pieces. It's almost like if you're working with text, either texts or emails, you just give them a quick sentence, this is what I'm doing, quick sentence, this is what I hope you're doing, and keep going. You want to keep in communication with them. You want them to communicate back. You also want, again, when you have this meeting, I think you want to let them know, if we do this where there's text or emails going back and forth, one sentence, two is a bit much, but if you have to, you have to. Like, you want them to bring it as small and as quick as possible. Get right to the point. We don't want to be, bogged down with emails. Don't be explaining a lot of things to me. You know what I mean? Making cake, strawberry, boiled pink frosting. Bam. That's it. That's the sentence. Moving on. Got the pans, need the grease, blah, 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 or the butter, whatever. You got to teach them how you want them to communicate so that they don't bog you down. If you're able to do that, I feel like they're going to have this need to please. Be aware of that too. That could be a double-edged sword. Things go very quickly. Be sure on what you want this other person to do, because I do feel like it's going to go fast. They're going to try to do it as quickly as possible. So, you know what I mean? If it's going into the storeroom and putting away all the supplies, you know what I mean? Putting that away as fast as possible. If that gets a little messed up, not the end of the world. We'll figure it out. But for example, if it's like a business client, and the wrong mistake could really piss somebody off and lose an account, just keep that in mind. Those are two extremes, but because I'm feeling like they're going to try to really go fast and get it done, and they're trying to please, but there's going to be mistakes. Just make sure whatever you hand them, like if there's a mistake or two, they can go back and fix it, and it's not going to be the end of the world. It's just kind of like, all right, go back and fix that. It's not going to bring down the house. You know what I mean? Whoever this person is, by the way, you do have the Ace of Cups with. Like, they do want to please you. They do really like you. They just can't seem to hold the level that you hold. It's just the way you're doing things and what you're doing is just not seeming to be their forte. Like writing for me. Let's do that. I can try to write. I do my best with writing. I can handle emails, clearly. But, if you want me to write a story, the grammar is going to be a little bit butchered. It's not my strong suit. You know what I'm saying? It's not my strong suit. So it's almost like this person, if you're really good at writing, this person really isn't. But they're trying to get through it and trying to do it. And it's just something that might be second nature for you is completely out of the ballpark for them. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Keep that in mind because they do want to please you. They do want to keep you happy. All right, we're there. It was really fast. Like this, everything goes fast in this one. Although Sagittariuses are pretty. You guys keep things moving, from what I understand, anyway. From what I've seen, I know a couple of them. I know a couple Sagittarians. Anything else here? All right, I'm going to start this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.